On tomorrow's piece, I did see kind of like the opera
Yeah, I
because
did
of
too.
the custom.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's
also
very
the way it was.
the neckline, like it's very dramatic, but at the same time romantic. Like it's just like an abstract way to see the romanticism in it. Like if you go to an opera, that's how you see it. It's a very bold, very dark. It's a
It was abstract, but I think that Tamara's personal design aesthetic lends itself to definitively more edgy pieces.
What I liked about her is that she went out of her way to make the fabrics more special. Like she went through dyeing, she went through a full process, and I feel like she really immersed herself.
She has this energy in her where she looks at something and I can tell the gears in her mind are working. She says that that she only works with the fabric, but you can tell that something is there. And I saw it today. I didn't see enough of it.
What I like about her is that you can really see how she's prepared.
That shows commitment.
I like how she does research, because that's what you have to do. That's how you move forward in the industry and in anything. You need to research and look at other artists and look at other industries like architecture, like just even like philosophy or history. You really need to enrich yourself with these things to create and to be able to be creative. So for me, I really like that about her.
There's nothing wrong with being a little older because she knows how to use that maturity and channel it into this business.
And what I liked most about her pitch was when she told us about her internship and how she reached out to that woman and said, hey, I don't have $100,000 to go to your school, but I'd love to intern for you. And she stayed there for 2 years.
Out of 10?
8.7.
I'll say 9.
I'll say 9 as well.
Oh.
I'll give her a 9.
Let's move on to Anna Talbot.
I love her. I adore her.
Yeah.
I think her pieces and her past work are amazing. She has a very strong, clear vision, and she's very true to herself as a designer, and she's true to herself as an artist, and I respect that wholeheartedly.
Okay, well that's fine. But okay, so her piece though, let's discuss how you feel about that.
The elements were there. They just weren't, I don't think that they were necessarily put together in a way that would maximize.
I hated the white on the beige. I would never put those two together.
No.
I like the pieces individually, but not put together.
Yeah.
Well, and for me, they made no sense to the inspiration. There's no design details. There's no connection
Straps.
to
It just looks like the straps aren't done.
Yeah,
Like
it looks unfinished.
Yeah, like I want to take scissors and cut off the rest of the straps. If I was at a shoot, that's probably what I'd be calling, saying, this is what I'm about to do to your garment. Like,
No, for me, it's like when you have an inspiration, you have to not see it like there technically, like, okay, you see the scarf, but you have to see an element and you have to see a connection.
I have to give her 7.9.
I wouldn't even accept that in first year of fashion.
She has that whole spirituality, liquid. Like whenever I look at her pieces, no matter how unfinished, no matter how raw, no matter what it is, I immediately see an image in my head of
But
liquid.
she has like
And that is
beautiful
so
hand stitching.
Anna.
She could have used so much more of it. She has like a nice inspiration about flowiness and about being raw and everything, but like
Absolutely, that's why she got a score lower than Tamara.
5.5. I really loved her hand stitching, and
Her hand stitching is flawless.
I like how she did the best seams because she did French seams, so that's like a good finishing, and that's appropriate for the material that she used. Those are the type of seams you make with those fabrics. But still, for me, it was too safe. It didn't go with the inspiration, and yeah, I think she can really, I see more potential in her, so she can push herself a lot more.
I agree. And on that note, I'm going to give her a 6.
I think I'm gonna start with Clarissa's answer on the finishing. No, like by finishings, I mean the hemming, the stitching, the type of binding, like what type of stitching do you do, like how, depending on the dress, if it's a dress or a pant, you do a different type of hem. Depending on the fabric, you do a different type of hem. When you're in the industry, you need to know about certain things in fashion. You can't just say, oh, I'm a designer because I'm inspired and I'm creative. You need to know basics. You need to know
You have to
how
be able
the
to back up
industry
your story.
is. Yes, exactly. You need to go how the industry is going. You can't be like, oh, I'm a unique designer. I'm separate from everybody.
I can see that designer in her, but it hasn't been brought out yet. She doesn't quite have the tools to do it. So right now, I mean, obviously she has incredible style.
She just uses elements that's not even like high-end fashion. She's like elements from like fast fashion.
I think that if she really wants to be a designer, she still needs to go to school.
So if you give Clarissa a year of training, not necessarily fashion design school, but if you teach her the basics in pattern drafting, you teach her how to construct a little bit better, because the talent is obviously there and she has the business acumen, she has the brain for
Yes.
it. I think give her a year and she could be a force to be reckoned with.
On the floor is about 15 pounds
Should I
worth of
open
clothes.
it and dump it all out?
Yeah.
And like these pants, oh my god. There's so much fabric here.
There's a lot of
And you know how she said she had that
This is it.
green inspiration necklace?
Yeah.
This is it.
Why didn't she use this?
And here's the rest of the shoe.
And here's the rest of the shoe. Up on a scale of 1 to 10, Clarissa, I would say 4, 4,
I'm giving her a
6.
6 because it was her first time working with leather. Leather is not easy to sew, and she did it really well.
But she chose to use leather. She didn't have to go leather. She didn't want to use jeans. She picked
didn't
up
have
4
to, but
pairs
she
of
still
jeans.
did, and it was still well done. So I'm giving her points for that.
Okay, I'll give her 5. And you'll give her
I'll
4.
go 5.
And you'll give her 5. So we've done a little bit of deliberation, okay, so a lot of deliberation, and I think we have finally come to the conclusion on whom the winner is going to be, as well as taking some of the votes into consideration from Facebook. We did actually have 5 designers from the get-go. Charlotte sort of disappeared on us, didn't she? She just never showed up, but that's how competitions go. You know, it's a little bit more nerve-wracking than I guess most people consider because you really don't have a lot of time. You don't know what kind of scraps or stained goods or anything you're going to pick up. It's all on the fly. So I really commend you for doing such a great job and taking this seriously. And it was a really hard decision to make because you really put your best foot forward, but there was one that was just a little outstanding. Evan, would you please name that winner?
The winner of the second ever VALET Designer Consignment Challenge is... Tamara Montes.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm super nervous. I can't believe it, but I'm super happy. Thank you. It's great, great chance to meet new people, and it's really important networking. So, and I learned a lot in this competition, so I'm super happy. Yeah.
Well, and as you know, there are some prizes that come along with it. Of course, a $100 credit at VALET can go a long way. And of course, you get a photo shoot, so you get to plan the photo shoot. We get to do it together. We get to plan the photographer, the makeup artist, the models. We'll hold an audition. Thank you so much. Yay! Congratulations. Kylie is not here. She's actually in Australia.
So you have her stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow. But what was the inspiration? The watch?
The watch.
It's not bad, but it's not good. How you will end with searching,
yes.
like, but
Wait, I want
like,
to put it on.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, it's tiny.